Hello.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Just trying to get some math to work here.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's not going too well currently, but
A lot of coding.
right. So I'm talking about grassland systems. So I collect beetles at grasslands
So
and
where are these? Like in...
the Black Belt region of Alabama. So it's actually a big crescent-shaped region that goes through Mississippi and Alabama. So I have about 24 sites in Alabama's Black Belt. They're all but one are privately owned pieces of land. The guy that does a lot of the grassland restoration work in the state, he's very willing to share his landowner contacts. Then we were able to reach out to those people.
Yeah.
They're 95% of the time they're very amenable to our research activities.
Yeah.
So.
How many species do you... I mean, obviously the model is going to help with this, but how many species do you usually...
It's currently unquantified. I'm still working through sorting and identifying all my stuff. But each day that we're collecting insects, we're getting hundreds to thousands. So there's a lot.
Oh my...
Yeah. So we have a couple different trapping methods. So our most successful is called a blacklight trap. It's actually that bucket-shaped thing conveniently placed in the corner. We hook this up to a car battery. When it's dark out, the UV light switches on, and insects get drawn to that, and they fall into a collection jar at the bottom. Probably the biggest challenge is that these things break almost constantly.
Oh no.
Every morning when I start, I have to haul a bunch of car batteries downstairs. Then every day when I'm finished, I have to haul the old ones back upstairs to put on the chargers.
Yeah.
The Black Belt region historically was kind of a matrix of prairies and oak hardwood forests. However, since the area was settled, been heavily degraded by agriculture and now urban expansion. Fortunately now there's been a lot of restoration efforts by private landowners predominantly in the state.
What do insects, and especially beetles, where do they kind of come in? Because I guess people think that, like, if you want to restore a grassland, you just put grass, and then you can kind of, I don't know, dust your hands off, and that's done, right?
Right, yeah. So unfortunately, until recently with restoration, people really haven't considered insects in restoration schemes, especially in grasslands. Insects are really ecologically influential. Their feeding activities can alter the plant community, a host of other things. Pollination is a very familiar example. By not including insects in restoration schemes, that could dampen the efficacy of restoration, which is not good. What we're hoping to get out of our models is an idea of what beetles are occupying a grassland, and then what restoration practices or habitat features are related to it occupying. This is simulating the data. Still simulating, and this is the actual model, all this yellow stuff here. Yep.
Okay.
Another cool piece about this model is that it can also estimate the number of species. So this chunk of code right here is supposed to give me the number of species, but not currently working. Something's wrong with it, and I'm not quite sure what. So let's see if I got it right this time. Nope. Trap 66. I don't know what that means.
I'm guessing you have, thousands. I mean,
I'll let you guesstimate for yourself when I show you some of them. Here's the lab right now. Yes, up here, this is maybe a typical catch from a blacklight trap.
Whoa.
So that's a lot of insects.
Wait, that's what you get from one?
Yep. We pour the contents out into this tray, and we have to pick through them, and then we separate the beetles. So this jar has the beetles that were in this trap, and then this jar is like extra stuff that was in there.
Oh, whoa.
It's not beetles. These are just vouchers of different morpho species I've found.
So you can compare.
These bigger ones, these are scarabs, and these are the genus Phylophaga. You can see. I don't know if you can see that well with the camera, but this piece there, that's actually their genitals, because they're all the same genus. That looks very similar. You have to pull out their genitalia and look at it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I see that.
So these are our other family we're interested in. These are carabids. These are a little bit easier, although that being said, there's a lot of tiny black carabids. So
yeah, I can imagine.
These aren't part of the project, but I collected these at my various study sites. They would get drawn towards the blacklight traps, and when I would go to collect it, they'd be hanging out on the vegetation. So.
Yeah.
All right, so to key stuff out, we have to use...
Oh, whoa.
So we have 2 volumes of this, so
yeah.
Pretty great. So to give you an idea of how many I have, how many we have,
oh my God.
all these drawers. Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Even more.
Best of luck figuring out what these are.
I got some undergrads to help me out.
Oh, perfect.
They can at least do the sorting.
Yeah.